episode 1105 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, December 16th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Mark's got Superman and other heroes in the cup of coffee in the big time.
You betcha. You bet your butt. Bunch of stuff in there. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of good news. Right?
Oh yeah, it's great. Not international.
Superman.
Some bad international news, but domestically it's all good.
Okay. It's been kind of a trend in 2022, right? It's like worse internationally, maybe.
It's bad everywhere.
Yeah, war, potentially nuclear weapons. I mean, they're killing people left and right in Iran.
We'll talk about Iran for sure.
Oh,
you
wow.
betcha.
Okay.
It's not Iran.
Yeah.
It's
Iran. So it really is worse internationally. We'll get to it. Yeah. Wes has ugly dogs and ugly people on deck.
Ugly all around. People being ugly.
Gross.
Dogs being ugly.
Oh. What's up with that ugly dog, bro?
Ugly in
you should return it.
mannerisms, ugly deeds.
Oh, on the inside.
Dogs are doing ugly deeds. People are just plain ugly.
Oh. I hear you, Wes. I was just talking to you about how I've got a dog barking in my ear all day long.
It's hideous people with mean dogs.
A lot of times that's true.
Okay. All right, I've got a little bit of space news in the hole, the black hole, you might call it today, because it's about space.
Smart.
That's what's going third. And Pat's got the high five to bat us around the bases for this week. So
nice.
Thank you, Pat.
Hey,
no problem. Don't thank me yet.
What's in there this week? So what made it? What made the cut?
Well, it's a fun smattering of what's going on in the world of the Hard Factor fans, specifically some comments. It's comment rich.
Did Intern Jackson send you any spider videos? Or?
No, he kept trying to recycle that photo we already played on the show or showed on the show.
Yeah, he wanted that on there.
I mean, because
so don't forget about this one.
Him and his boy, it's a flattering photo of the both of them. I wonder if they know each other and they pretended that was.
Might be
staged.
Like
a setup.
Yeah,
might be staged. He's just. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. The JFK files came out yesterday.
Accusation.
That's how I spent most of my days going through those JFK files, and lots of things are not as they seem. I'll tell you that much.
Are we allowed to comment on what could potentially be really huge news in the next?
Yeah, as long as we don't say how we got it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's kind to say that. Is it? Is it right?
Well, to put people on notice that it's might be happening.
Yeah.
Just heads up, the former president might be on his deathbed. He's one of the oldest alive ones, right? Maybe the oldest alive.
Not one.
That's the clue. Yeah. That's the clue. That's the clue. Okay, now you know.
There you go. Let's do the news.
He lives in a dollhouse.
Since we're taping these ones live now, so whoever's in the comments of YouTube.com/HardFactor or Hard Factor News, I think we have both now of the URLs. Now you can watch the tapings of the Friday shows live on Thursday nights, and that happens around like 7:15 Eastern, right? Is when we start those. And so if you're in the live, now you got the clues. Give us some comments. Let us know if you hear anything about that.
You'll see how big our reach is, you motherfuckers. Let's do the news.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
We're going straight to the news. No jokes of the day. No fun facts. Okay. Henry Cavil is out. He's officially not returning as Superman, guys. He's done.
Who's the what?
This guy, Henry Cavil. Superman.
It's got to be Cavil, right?
Pat, you know the guy. He's the guy who, Mark. He's the guy who just told the Witcher series that he was too big for them, right?
Oh, did he turned down Witcher season 2?
Well, that's news to me, but it's a double joke, right? Because no one knows who this guy is, right?
No, for real. I'm pretty sure he had just turned down The Witcher recently, but he's definitely going to have to take it back up because he got fired as Superman.
I didn't get very far in The Witcher. Is the game about a guy with a forgettable face?
He's a very handsome guy. Pat,
damn, we lost out.
He's the guy that the Lights, Camera, Barstool guys were absolutely obsessed with because in one of the Mission Impossibles he cocked his fists like in a funny way, and they made like
it was a great gif. It was a great gif. Like it was a great gifable moment.
That's his most famous thing is that scene from Mission
exactly.
Impossible.
Like
he cocks his fist into like weapons. Yeah.
How many?
He's saying he won't go back to The Witcher now.
I mean, well, fuck it. This is something that people. It's a rotating job. These superhero movies, right?
Well, what happened is he met with James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are now the co-leaders of DC Comics, their films and stuff. They weren't until recently, right? And Cavill made an announcement saying after he met, he's like, "Hey, y'all, that's it for me. They don't want me back. I won't be donning the cape anymore, but it was great being Superman, and Superman will live on, blah, 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 blah." And when asked for a comment, James Gunn said, "Hey, listen, if I wanted to cast a giant piece of meat that can't talk to play the most iconic character of all time, I'd cast a porterhouse and save a few $1 million."
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
I hope he didn't tweet that.
Yeah, no, he just said it out loud.
I cast the kid I want to fuck, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we'll get to that too.
Well, but now that Elon's in charge,
It's not about that, Wes.
Well, I just made it about that.
Yeah, he did. I got a couple jokes about that soon too. Apparently, Gunn is about to drop like a whole phase of like DC projects, like like Marvel did phases. I don't know if he's calling it a phase, but he's got a whole like bunch of projects he's going to announce in early 2023, January, February, and he said he's over the moon about all of them. One he did say is a Superman movie that he is writing himself that will not star Henry Cavill, and he said it's going to be great, and it will be awesome because anyone but Henry Cavill is playing Superman. So
I think it's Cavill. Is it Superman in
cares?
space? Maybe because he said over the moon.
no, I
Is
think
it
there's
Seville?
other
Is
people.
it
The
Seville?
whole projects in general. There might be one with the moon, but
Honestly, Will is my first time hearing his name. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
that's bad because Pat's a movie guy. Gunn seems to have a real issue with this dude. He did say Robert Pattinson's Batman will become a part of their DC universe. So it might be that Gunn just doesn't like muscular jocks because he's canned Momoa's Aquaman and Cavill's Superman, and he's retained Twink Emo Pattinson Batman.
And shocker.
Well, no, but he's coming in with John Cena as Peacemaker.
That's true. That's his jock. He can't have any other.
Yeah,
He's clearing it out for Cena.
That's
to
his
be-
beard.
Yeah, that's his beard. Yeah. He's cleaning it out for Cena.
Cena's the king, big man in DC now.
That's right. That's right. I'm excited for the shakeup though. Cavill, who cares? Is an okay actor, but there hasn't been a good Superman movie since Superman 2, which was 41 years ago. And Superman deserves better than that. And I bet that James Gunn Superman's going to be awesome. So
Is that Hackman?
Yeah.
Hackman was in the first one. I don't know if he's in the second one, maybe a little bit, but that's with General Zod too. The first one's good as well, but I'm saying after the second one, no good Supermans.
It was like the Weird Fortress. The second one was the Weird Fortress, right?
Yeah, there's some backstory to his thing, but General Zod was on his
Yeah,
planet.
that's when they come down. They escape from prison.
Right.
Well, which is why Man of Steel was okay because it was kind of a remake of that.
Yeah, with Michael
Yeah.
Shannon as Zod. Yeah.
Man,
I like
what?
Man of Steel.
I like Michael Shannon as Zod. That was cool.
Yeah.
Who was the Superman there?
That was Cavill. That
probably
was
Cavill.
Seville. How do you say it, Pat?
He
I
doesn't
think
know.
it's
Cavill?
Cavill.
Yeah, nobody knows, but yeah, he's not Superman anymore, so it doesn't matter. Who
Not gonna
is
work
going to be
here anymore.
Superman? Mark?
They don't know yet. They're, anyone, probably Adam Driver. I don't know.
James Gunn himself. He's casting.
He'd be a
himself.
good Superman, especially maybe in space.
I know he would, Pat.
think
And
so?
while we lost Cavill as Superman, there is a new superhero in town. One door opens and another one closes. Right, as former President Trump is now offering digital NFT superheroes of himself for $99 a pop, the low price. Maybe James Gunn, the guy who was temporarily canned from Marvel for going on a pedophile joke spree longer and more bizarre than Wes's Joke of the Day run about a year ago, will hire Trump as Superman. I'm sure they would get along, right?
You thought that was weird?
Yeah.
I
What's
thought
that,
it was
Wes?
a little weird when you did 2 weeks in a row of your own pedophile jokes that you made up. What
These
else
are
is going on?
originals. He
Those are
says it
originals.
right before.
Yeah, they were originals.
Yeah.
I just want you to know these are originals.
To make it less weird, these are originals. What else is going on in the news?
I didn't look them up. And I want you to know that in advance.
Thought about them all day.
Wes has the gall to make fun of James Gunn earlier in the segment.
These are Wes's.
Do as I say, not as I do.
No, I understand.
But the question is, did Wes remember that James Gunn got kicked off Twitter for pedophile jokes? Or
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he was doing
I never saw the joke. Well, what was it?
Yeah,
It was
well,
weird.
he had a
It was-
bunch of weird
Pat,
jokes.
Oh my! You haven't seen the jokers?
It's jokes.
It's like thousands of jokes.
They're all bizarre.
His thing used to be going on Twitter and just making pedo jokes.
The problem why he got in trouble is because they weren't that funny. They were just like, what is it? Like, I would fuck a boy right now. And they're like, what?
It was like dead baby jokes. It was
Yeah,
like dead baby
it was
jokes
weird.
except pedo style.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But what else? The NCAA has a new boss, and it's this guy, Charlie Baker. Charlie Baker is the current Massachusetts governor, and he's now the head of the largest sports governing body in the country. His salary is going up almost 20-fold a year from governor of Massachusetts to NCAA boss. He's making over $3 million a year now in base salary, and that's he's going to earn the big bucks to come up with such gems as, should we try and take the money away from these black kids again?
Right.
That's what he's getting paid the big bucks for.
How do we take it away?
And that's
They're getting it too fast.
Right. That's $3 million before. That's $3 million before all the handshake deals where he's going to get just like some sweet under the table presents and checks for people for bowl games, whatnot.
What do I get if I take it away from all?
Damn right. Well,
Mark, I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about the name, image, and likeness thing from like the perspective of economics, right? Like they're not literally taking away from the TV contracts, but ultimately down the line they will reduce the value that the white man at the top are holding for sure. There just has to be. If
that's
everyone's
why they
getting
got
paid.
old Charlie in there, Pat. Charlie looks like a guy who's going to tell a lot of off-color jokes behind closed doors about the contracts these black teenagers are getting. Just a guess from me. Maybe I'm the masshole. I mean, Charlie went to Harvard, is the current governor of Massachusetts.
State school.
Is old, white, and rich. He's Republican, and he looks like this. So, I don't know. Now he's in charge of NCAA sports. My hands are kind of tied here, folks. This segment kind of writes itself. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
But NIL,
Skin fits.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say sunscreen must be really expensive because all these rich old white guys have such shitty skin, man.
That's the scotch.
That's the scotch. Yeah, he's got scotch face for
That
sure.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's
what do you want him to
scotch.
What do you want him to
Scotch
do? Yeah. What do you want him to do above NIL? What else do they need to do?
Oh no, I don't really care. I mean, the good news is that Baker can't possibly make things worse. It's the NCAA he's going to be in charge of. I don't know much about Baker. He might be a great guy. He might be a great leader. But they could put Hitler in charge over there, and things would be about the same. It's the NCAA sports. They're terrible.
Oh, is it
It
like
does have
exploiting
that
college
agency.
athletes?
As in, like NCAA in general. NCAA is the most corrupt, fucked up organization. They make
That's
they're
FIFA, I think.
Well, FIFA and the NCAA are pretty similar.
I would say FIFA is definitely above NCAA. They're not building slave labor stadiums anymore in the NCAA anymore. Now, mind you, back in the 1800s, almost certainly.
Anyone with a pulse is progress for the NCAA board. What else? The Iranian government really upped the crazy this week. You may remember seeing or hearing on our show that one of the Iranian World Cup players was shot and killed just after returning from the World Cup. Right? That team having been they protested the national anthem, which shooting this guy makes our keyboard warrior patriots hating on grinders and the Kaepernicks of the world look like field mice because they fucking shot and killed this dude. The Iranian guy, right? That's murdered
crazy.
him. Yeah.
They killed him upon returning home.
Yeah, and I don't know what the story is. I don't know if it's like they didn't arrest him and kill him. I think like a citizen just shot him when he got home.
Well, I heard that some South Americans, the South American newspapers were reporting that he must have had an own goal. Because it's it is normal.
Colombia.
But then when they found out, wait a minute, Iran didn't have an own goal, then they were like, damn, that's fucked up.
No, it was an own protest.
Yeah.
Colombia did kill a guy. In the 90s. This is coming
that's
from
Colombia too. So
this is coming amongst countrywide and really worldwide protest over the ethics police or morality police, whatever those dickheads in Iran call themselves, beating Masha Amini to death for not wearing her hijab recently. That was the whole start of the protest. Remember, they've also been beating protesters to death in their streets, and now former World Cup player Nassar Asadani will be the 28th protester to be sentenced to death in Iran. This new guy, he's a former World Cup player. He played on the 2017 and 2018 most recently. He was protesting, and they've decided to kill him. 3 of the 28 people that they're sentencing to death over protest are children.
it's terrible.
Hang 'em, right? They just put 400 protesters in prison for probably an undetermined amount of time. Also.
For till hanging, till life.
Well, I mean, they just
till life expires.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much. I mean, they're not getting out probably.
I mean, that's terrible. That's real bad. Why I mean, I don't know what you do when somebody when inside the authoritarian bloc, this sort of behavior seems to be sort of encouraged. None of their allies are going to say anything about it. Only people that they don't give a fuck about, like America, are going to say anything about it.
Will, we don't understand Sharia law, Will. We just don't understand it.
You got to start with air conditioning over there.
it would make them less ornery. Mom always says alligators are ornery because they don't have air.
Cooler heads might prevail. You know?
I mean, it's not going to fix everything, but
Got toothaches.
it'll cool out quite a bit. If
this
they,
is-
You know what? When you think about Sharia law, it's a lot like Bobby Boucher's mom, because everything is the devil. And so
Yes.
she's like, they're like,
She's Sharia law.
don't you show that female head? It's the devil.
Yeah.
And then they're like, don't you
Mama's
pay
wrong
those
again.
migrant laborers? It's the devil. Yeah.
And America's like Colonel Sanders. Mama's wrong again. Yeah. The professor. This is the guy. They don't give a fuck like who you are or how many international caps you have over there. They will fatwa you to death if you so much as speak out against them over there. Calm the fuck down, Iranian government. You look like a bunch of toddlers having a temper tantrum, except instead of spilling blocks everywhere, you're killing your own citizens. The best ones,
Well, Mark, Hard Factor Mark, you better calm down. You're the devil, boy.
I'm the devil. Yeah, I know. Well, don't fatwa me, assholes.
hope they're not biting.
Yeah. Anyways,
how's everything going with the biting pads?
We made it through yesterday, no bite. If we get it through today, I feel like the weekend.
Good.
It's like a cold sore. You're hoping like we're gonna make a lot of progress over the weekend, and it'll be better by Monday.
Are you setting up like traps for him, like fake, like cardboard kids, like with arms hanging out?
Oh man, I haven't had time yet. But that's a great idea.
Juicy
Set
arms.
up a training ground for him.
Yeah,
Look,
set
I'll be
up a
honest.
training ground, and when he bites in the training ground, you have to like discipline him.
Everyone I've spoken to who doesn't have kids, it's like there's gotta be some literature out there. And I'm like, yeah, there's the one book, Teeth Are Not for Biting. That's it. Mark, what you just suggested is a great idea because there's a hole in the market. There's a hole in the market for more, programs that curb biting child.
There's a couple reasons why it's good, Pat. You need to honeypot him because you need to find out what type of behavior triggers him, and then also you need to be able to, as his parents, discipline him because you're the only people he's really going to listen to.
You have to have these mannequins doing different things.
Right, like reaching for his toys.
Yep.
Pushing them down a slide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacking me or mommy.
You need a girl
just to
and
make sure
boy.
he's loyal.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you got to do all that stuff. All right, in other crazy international news, let's head to Africa, South Sudan specifically, where their 71-year-old president, Salva Kiir Mayardit, was at an inaugural road project ribbon cutting. They opened some road system, and he was there, and it was a big deal this week, and I guess it was taking forever, the whole ceremony, so that's why Salva had to go, and he went in his pants. And we're talking number one here, guys. Let's take a look. That's a big screen.
At the bottom.
The puddle forming is so great.
Oh, it's about to hit the military guy behind them.
Look at this guy.
They can't believe it. The president just pissed himself, dude.
Better assassinate.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Huge day for President Biden, because say what you want about age, he has never soiled himself on stage. And
Yet.
he can always now point to the president of Sudan and say, listen, Jack, at least I'm not that guy.
It's true. That's a very good point. Salva's been the president of South Sudan for the past 11 years. He's 71 and believed to, or maybe confirmed to be suffering from a urinary tract infection. I mean, something's going on down there, so that sucks for him. But what's worse is that he was wearing like a gray silk suit on live national TV, and the cameraman clearly does not like him and did him no favors. That
He did go away. He could have stayed on the puddle and zoomed into the puddle.
I mean, that cameraman, like the Iranian World Cup players, is probably dead now. And this guy is probably the last face he's ever going to see. This guy right
Look at
here.
the fit on that guy's shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's because that's probably a gun right there.
Well, no, but it's like his shirt is like it's like a dress.
Yeah, he's like a.
He's got an hourglass figure. Honestly,
Yeah,
He does, but he's also definitely Salva's top assassin, and he's
Right.
making
Are those
direct eye
two
contact
guns?
with the cameraman.
His hips are not that wide.
No,
That's
those
like
are guns.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got.
are
Like
you
a
saying his
double
hips
holster
lie?
going on.
Well, you're saying I don't think
His hips do lie.
His hips do not lie.
His
Those are
hips do
weapons
lie.
that he
He's
used
not
to kill the
fair.
cameraman.
There's no way his body looks like that.
No.
I mean, what a base he's got though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's wearing like he's got got like pistols and hatchets on
Look how
both
thin
legs.
his face and how shaped his shoulders are.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
Right.
It's
It's like-
clearly
it's like-
it's clearly a weapon kit.
I mean, he's got the base of a guy that's
Got
wearing
grenades.
Yeah.
every pair of pants he owns.
It's a weapon belt. It's got to be.
Yeah, he's like wearing a Batman belt under that stupid
Yeah.
all yellow. What is he wearing? A Curious George outfit? What is that?
It's
like
amazing.
the handler
Like a
that wears
cream
all
seal.
yellow.
All yellow, baby.
He's wearing a banana yellow suit.
Yeah, it's a white girl colored suit.
Gavin's
Thank you, Gavin.
Yeah, nice, Gavin.
Nice.
Looking for. There we go. What's that? What's that?
It's the calm before the storm. There's some bad weather brewing in the air.
Is some bad weather brewing in the air all over the damn place, really. Vicious tornadoes took the lives of at least 3 people in Louisiana this week. There was a bad tornado in the lower 9th Ward in New Orleans. New Orleans got hit hard. This was all part of a nasty storm system earlier this week that has seen tornadoes in the south and blizzards in the Great Plains and upper Midwest. At least 5 Midwest states saw well over a foot of snow from Winter Storm Diaz. Nebraska, both Dakotas, northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, Idaho. Parts of South Dakota got over 4 feet of snow. In
Winter
one
Storm
drop.
Diaz. What, do they have last names for those storms? What is?
They're calling it Winter Storm Diaz. I just got to go with what the weather people tell me. 'cause
No,
they
I hear
make
you.
the
I just
rules.
don't. I get so
Yeah.
confused about the.
You got the
naming.
problem with that?
Yeah.
No, I have no problem with the ethnicity of the name. I have no idea. Why is it a last name? Why is this storm Diaz? The other ones are like Caroline.
Well, in our culture, Diaz can also be a first name.
With a Z? Diaz? Yeah, okay.
I've never met
Maybe.
a first name Diaz.
Well,
Not where you hang out, no.
yeah, I know. That's kind
I
of
don't know. I think
close-minded
last names
to
just
me.
makes it a little bit more
making it
formal.
worse for yourself, Will.
I think
Close-minded
a
to me, I
surname for a storm is pretty cool. It makes it a little more formal. The Northeast is now about to get rocked with chilly bullshit today and tomorrow. Long story short, stay safe out there, folks, and check your local weather daily this time of year. We're not a weather show. We're 80% accurate, which is actually probably a lot better than those meteorologists, sons of bitches, right? But, it's still best to take their word for it when they say bad stuff's going to happen, to be prepared. But don't let it ruin your day, like Mike Leach said. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, because they're usually wrong.
Right. So be prepared, but also be prepared to have a great time. And that takes us to...
The cream of the crop.
And today's top stories, of course, Trump's NFTs. Did you guys think we were just going to gloss over them? Come on. Come on.
Fooled you.
Fooled you. What are you guys talking about? We're going to...
Yeah.
there was a minute there. There was also a minute when I was watching that video where I was like, "Damn, AI and deepfakes got really good."
No, that's him, man.
And then I realized it was real.
Major announcement was trending #1 for a while on Twitter yesterday, which was just every single person on Twitter trolling Trump's major announcement from 2 days ago and the tease, and then yesterday's major announcement being a digital trending card superhero set of himself in different superhero outfits for a crazy amount of money. It's absolutely insane, and let's take a closer look. First, let's watch the teaser video from 2 days ago to set
Oh
this up.
yes. Yes.
Needs a superhero.
Oh, big announcement.
Announcement.
Major announcement.
Major.
So here's the announcement, guys. You guys ready for it?
It is.
And it's in all its glory.
Yes, please play it. Yeah.
It's the head of my new military major announcement.
Oh, did it play?
No.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully, your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. It's been very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group of your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful. I'm also doing Zoom calls, a one-on-one meeting, autographing memorabilia, and so much more. We're doing a lot. My official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. Buy one and you will join a very exclusive community. It's my community, and I think it's something you're going to like, and you're going to like it a lot. They also make perfect gifts. So you can buy them with your credit card or crypto. All you need is an email address. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and buy your Trump digital trading cards right now before they are all gone, and they will be gone. This is my first official Trump trading card NFT collection, and you get a chance to meet me. Go to collecttrumpcards.com right now, and remember, Christmas is coming, and this makes a great Christmas gift.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
It really does. And if you missed going to the website and buying it, you can always just
the site's crashed. It's getting DDoSed right now.
Yeah.
You can always just save it though, Pat. You can always just go to any of the times those images have been posted online and save them because they're everywhere.
Yeah, no, they are.
Are they real NFTs? Because I don't think that...
that's what I was going to look. Because okay, so they said at the end, all you need is an email address. No,
Right.
so
That's
you
not a real
can't hold an NFT without a wallet.
Right.
He doesn't know all you need. He doesn't, I can't believe he even said the word crypto in there.
I also want to say the void where prohibited, no purchase necessary. It means he's running it like a contest.
No, you can just Pat. You can literally go
Like
to
an
the website,
infomercial.
download all the pictures, have them on your phone, collect it, and then you can enter the sweepstakes because it's a sweepstakes. So no purchase necessary. So you can do all this for free. There's no need to do the NFTs at all.
Will has a valid argument, but putting that aside, I don't know if they're valid NFTs or not.
Look, they're NFTs,
No way they
okay?
are.
It's true. He's selling these NFTs, and if you buy one, you get a chance at winning a one-on-one Zoom call with them, or a dinner date at Mar-a-Lago.
Hold on.
Or
They're
golf dates, or
JPEGs.
signed memorabilia.
So to have an NFT, right, it has to be on a blockchain, okay? And it has to get minted to that blockchain. Whatever currency that blockchain uses, right? You have to have some.
Down into
No, but
NFT
seriously,
nerdy
they're not
details.
NFTs.
Who cares
Hold it.
about the nerdy
You
details?
have to have
They are-
some currency
Pat, you have
for
to have-
transaction fees.
It's not a parody.
It's not a parody, James. And Pat, this is what's happening. You do have to have the NFT to be eligible for those Zoom one-on-ones,
That's right.
golf trips, and all those
And
things.
let me just say, if you
Right.
could record the Zoom call and then play it on your podcast. Wait, no, I'm not going to buy any. Wait,
Wait,
come
did
on.
you buy some?
I mean, just could that be worth it? No,
We should buy one as a collective and just.
We should think
pray
about
that
it.
What if you
we
What if
win.
you win the Zoom call and you could record it
No,
on
I
your
want
end?
dinner. I want dinner with them. That's what I want.
I want dinner
No,
with
because
Trump.
I don't want because that's not recordable.
Record
You're not going to let you
stuff.
record that.
No,
That's
we
just
can
because
record
you
it.
like them.
Record
No,
it.
we can
No,
just
record
record
it.
it.
Well,
No.
You think he's got a? You think he's got?
I don't
want to
go to dinner with Trump for my own personal. I want it because
He's
Do you
got
think-
security.
hilarity?
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, do you think that do you think that if we won one of these, we could parlay it into him coming on the podcast?
We could
would-
buy
He's
one.
going to come on the podcast on the Zoom call, whether he wants to or not, because
He's been dodging us. We
Yeah.
had his son.
let's
The
take a
Zoom
look
call.
let's take a look at some of the cards, shall we?
Yeah.
So
Let's
here's
see if I can get it on my phone.
each card
Pat, you
represents
can
a
download
different
all of them,
prize.
Pat.
See,
Don't
like
worry.
each card you have to get certain cards to get certain prizes. So if you want all the prizes, you got to get multiple cards, right? And let's take a close up. Here's him as a superhero. He said that this was like reminiscent of his life. Like these cards were all like based on his life. Like this is when
Moments
he
in
went to
his
the
life.
moon. This is an
Yeah.
NFT of
Where
when
he
went
got beamed to
space.
the moon by a purple beam up his ass.
Yeah, this is him when he was
The
on
Top
season
Gun jacket.
when he was on season 1 of Texas Ranger, Yellowstone. He was a Texas Ranger on Yellowstone. That
When
one
he
year.
used to be John Dutton.
Yeah. This is him. He's that one actually makes sense. Stocks.
That's
okay.
with the Dow. He's wearing a Dow
This
baseball
is him
cap.
fucking the border people up. He's just not
Yeah.
letting anyone cross the border and hunting duck at the same time.
Pheasants
Yeah,
pheasants
pheasants.
in that one. Mark, I go back to the hunting one. I
Yeah.
think he kind of looks like John Voight playing Call of Duty in that.
Okay.
Like if John Voight put on a Call of Duty skin, that's kind of like
Sure.
what Trump looks like there.
Yeah, and then there was one of him boxing because he was a big boxer. He had the boxing
Laser
gloves
eyes,
on.
of course. Yeah.
Well, that's when he had the laser eyes back in the day.
I remember that in the 80s.
Yeah.
I got the skinny. It is on the Polygon blockchain, so I don't know how the hell you can do it without fiat currency. I guess they mint it for you, and then if you want it, they'll send it to you. But then it's just going to anyway. That doesn't matter. You can spend $4,500 to go to a Trump gala, so there are like upcharges, or you can buy 45
I
NFTs.
don't wanna buy that.
They're doing 45,000 or minting 45,000. But again, if you don't have a wallet, they don't have any place to send it. It's just sitting there.
It's just a way to donate to the MAGAGA campaign. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just wish that we could somehow.
For all those out there that are like, this is a deepfake, this is a parody.
It's a raffle.
It was on his official truth thing. He announced it. It was his big announcement. He launched it with this video. That was the big announcement. I'm pretty sure he saw the polls where DeSantis is beating him like more than 2-1, and his people were like, you saw all your endorsements lost in the midterms, right? You can't win in 2024. Let's sell some fucking NFTs while you're still hot. You know?
Right, still have a super PAC, Don.
Yeah.
Why don't you fire it up? Put some NFTs in there.
And he did. He's
Sell
selling
some
playing
Zoom
cards
calls. Yeah.
of himself in superhero outfit, guys. It's incredible. No comedian on earth could have come up with a funnier bit for him. The Donald does it again.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, if he sees the humor in it, which he probably doesn't, it's the funniest thing somebody's almost ever done. But but the best part for us is that
he's still going to make like $50 million off of this bullshit.
Right. Because he makes
the
money
humor,
off of it, he probably doesn't think of it as hilarious at all. He probably thinks it's ultra successful, which is so great. It just continues to feed his ego forever and ever and ever. It's awesome.
I mean,
Did you see him? Did you like him?
yeah, did you like him? Yeah.
How about those NFTs, huh?
Well, we should follow
Really
suit.
sharp.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, how hard up for cash is this dude? Why doesn't he just get the free Upside app and save some money and earn some money back at the same time?
Smart.
Inflation has us all thinking about different ways to cut back. When inflation hit, I started driving to the local grocery store or Total Wine to get food and supplies instead of being lazy and going to the convenience stores right next door, right?
Great change.
Yeah.
Saves you money.
Gotta save where you can these days, whether it's driving less, dining out less, or buying less from the grocery store. We can all agree there's nothing fun about less. That's why I started using Upside. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, which is everybody. With Upside, you don't have to cut back because you get cash back on every purchase. And now I can treat myself again, and I deserve it, and you do too. So get the app. It's free. To get started, download the free Upside app, use promo code HARDFACTOR, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. How about that? Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in. Just boop, tap the button on the app in the at the business when you show up to the pump or the grocery store, the restaurant. Pay as usual with a credit card or debit card. Nothing different there. And then you get paid. You get money back. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week and growing. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store, like your boys here at Hard Factor. Download the free Upside app and use promo code HARDFACTOR to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more.
It's a pretty good business, having a rating like that.
Yeah. Doesn't go much higher.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, yeah.
Guys, my dad has never actually, said he loves me in over 30 years. Until last year, I gave him a gift package of Omaha Steaks for his birthday, which, by the way, is today. Happy 68th, Tom.
Nice.
And when he received that package and read the beautiful card I included, I got a call out of the blue, and I could hear a grown man weeping on the other end. And I said, Dad, what's wrong? Is Mom okay? And he said, Son, I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, and I love you. No matter how it may seem on the surface, it was a breakthrough in our relationship, all because of Omaha Steaks. He was so moved by my gift that it brought the man to tears for the first time in his life. He became vulnerable and overcome with emotion. And that's what the steaks do. That's what Omaha Steaks do. They're so good.
It's like a Christmas carol.
Exactly, yeah. I didn't get him Omaha Steaks this year because, frankly, it was a little weird. It freaked me out a little bit. But I told my mom to get him some, just not from me.
Life-changing steaks,
yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. And if your dad's never told you that he loves you, try Omaha Steaks. Might do the trick.
This is your chance.
Yeah,
I can't guarantee that. I mean, it worked for Wes.
Right. It's a strong possibility, though.
The odds are good. It's worth a shot.
He's gonna love the steak.
Right. And the holidays are here. Perfect time to do it. Achieve gifting greatness when you gift the gift of perfectly aged, tender, and delicious Omaha Steaks. They put together a delicious selection of various gift packages to make shopping for the ones you love nice and easy. Go to omahasteaks.com, take advantage of 50% off site-wide, plus use code HARDFACTOR at checkout, and they're going to throw in another $40 off your order. So, I mean, no brainer. Don't
Plus those packages, it'll trick you. It'll trick your dad into thinking that you know how to pick out cuts of meat. Like
That's right.
Pro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a manly skill,
Absolutely.
Your dad might say, one of the things that I love is a man's ability to pick out cuts of meat.
Yeah, for another man. Absolutely. So, filet mignon, juicy burgers like we talked about, giant jumbo dogs. Don't wait. Order today. Beat the shipping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout. It's a gift from the heart, a gift that will be remembered with every unforgettable bite. Order with complete confidence today, knowing you're ordering the very best. Visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of 50% off site-wide. Use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout. Get the extra $40 off. Minimum order may be required, but, what's your dad's love worth, A lot, right? So go ahead and do that.
Maximal.
Yeah, absolutely. Love you too, Colin. Before we get to my story, I just want to give my personal thoughts and best wishes to a Mississippi electrical lineman who was savagely attacked and mauled by a group of 5 confirmed full-blooded pit bulls Tuesday while on the job off Highway 35.
How do you survive that?
Well, I'll get to it, Mark. Luckily, some good Samaritans with guns
Iron
stepped
pants.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Guns
What kind of
guns
iron
were a
pants
big
was
part
in
of it.
there?
Yeah, probably some Carhartt work pants helped out.
What caliper were they? I mean, they got to be packing some larger.
Probably 357s at least, but sometimes those don't even work on these things. From the article,
Got to hit him in the leg.
What did a kid get in their eye line or something, and they switched it up and left them?
it's not just kids, Mark. That's the problem with these things. From the article, Ivan Bubba Rawls III, a lineman for Delta Electric, here's the scene, was attacked by 5 full-blooded pit bulls after he finished a service call. His vehicle became stuck while he was reversing down a long driveway of the house, and he was approached by a pack of pit bulls. After he left his vehicle, he began walking back down towards the Mabry family. By the way, when I saw this name Mabry,
Did the article say full-blooded?
They did. It did say full-blooded. It actually did.
You might be thinking this is a mix.
No.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to hear your mixed bullshit. And
it's hard to tell because pit bulls generally don't have papers. That's why they're such piece of shit dogs. But
Yeah,
you can
no.
tell a pit bull. These are full-blooded.
You can tell if their jaw doesn't unlock.
That's
from
right.
your leg, if you're neck.
Yeah, absolutely.
and this guy was on his way out. He's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So he's walking back towards the Mabry family.
How you can't leave.
And when I saw the name the Mabry family, it brought back memories from my childhood because I used to live across the street from the Mabrys growing up.
I was gonna say because you watched that TV show with the
No.
Mabrys?
I lived. They were homeschooled kids, super religious, and my mom swears up and down that one day Mr. Mabry tried to seduce her. So I called my mom to get the story, and I got a little more than I bargained for. Here's the clip.
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing? Vacuuming?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a second?
Yeah.
Hey, what was the story with Mr. Mabry that you told me a while ago? Give her a second.
What was Mr. Mabry?
Didn't he try to seduce you with his guitar or something?
Oh yeah. He asked me to come over to help him move a piece of furniture. Now, that's pretty weird asking a woman to come help move a piece of furniture. So I went over and I helped him move the furniture, and he said, "Do you want a beer?" And I said, "Yeah, all right, I'll have one."
He knows how to get Dottie.
And so he brings me a beer, and then all of a sudden he comes back in with his guitar and was sitting on the chair and leaning in, like the chair was across from the coffee table, and leaning in and playing the guitar and just staring at me.
Yeah. There's no
What
furniture.
did you do?
I just was I just sat there and I said, "Well, I guess
sounds
I
like a
gotta
lie,
go.
Wes.
I gotta go, get dinner ready or something."
I'm a little suspicious of
and
it
then
even
that
more.
was kind of it.
What was the song he was singing? What was it, like Christian music?
Huh?
What was it like?
What?
Was it like Christian music he was singing, or what?
No, I don't know. I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
But yeah. But anyway, Well, I mean, he was having an affair with Veronica.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
I know. Who would think?
Yeah. Wow. All right. All right. Cool.
Mabry.
I'll let you get back to it.
We lived in kind of a wild neighborhood. Some stuff that went on that. I mean, like up the street.
Now
Oh
she's on
God,
a
what
roll.
was their names? I don't even remember. But there was like 3 houses that would get together and all have, wife swapping.
Oh, really? Where?
Oh yeah, that was. Oh God, they were both tall people. They lived the second to the last house on the right when you went to the up our street, and they had girls.
Yeah.
Yes,
How did you find out about that?
Huh?
How did you find out about
These
that?
people were giants.
I think Belinda told me because they asked Barry and Belinda if they wanted to join them.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, all right.
You learned a lot tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to get all this.
Juicy stuff.
Juicy stuff. All right, then we say goodbye and tell each other love. She actually, there's my mom. She actually dished out more that I couldn't even play because it's so scandalous about some guy who wanted to. He was offering to have sex with young boys. Anyway,
Is there a guitar involved?
yeah, there was a guitar involved in Mr. Mabry. Anyway,
Wes, your neighborhood is horny.
oh,
I
they
can't
were
wait to
so
see
horny.
how Wes threads the needle back to the pitbull story.
Police say that Mr. Mabry shot a weapon into the air
forgot he was
to
doing
attempt
pitbulls.
to scare the dogs off of this lineman, killing one of the dogs in the process. The Mabry family, along with a neighbor, Mrs. Gillen, who's a nurse, began to aid Rawls until deputies came. And the sheriff's office says the victim reportedly suffered, lots of loss of blood, but he's going to make a recovery after he was airlifted. Now, he's expected to make a full recovery. Now, the owner of the pack of the killer dogs did do the right thing in the end. He executed the dogs himself, saving the county the hassle of doing it themselves. However, the owner, David Nichols Smith, was in violation of a very smart ordinance against pit bulls. And I just want everyone to listen to this ordinance that the geniuses down in Carroll County, Mississippi, passed in 2017.
Okay.
And something I can get behind. And listen up to all you moron pit bull owners who would rather kids and old ladies die than your precious killing machine or you be inconvenienced in any way. You know who you are, you fucking idiots.
Okay.
So here's the ordinance.
Just all the owners of pitbulls.
All the owners.
That's strong, but
Yeah.
Every
Here's-
single one of you.
Here's the sheriff.
Not all of them. Some of them know what they have to do and are ready to do it at a
A lot
moment's
of them
notice.
just bitch about it. So what they have to do though.
You think some of them are wearing this belt around?
Some of them are packing a needle filled with air.
Oh, okay.
Let me know what you guys think of this. So the dogs must be securely confined indoors. If outdoors, kept in steel cages like lions, certain size on concrete foundations. A pit bull must be muzzled when out on a leash, and anyone walking the dog must be at least 21 years old. They also must carry $100,000 liability insurance, or post $100,000 cash bond with a reputable bonding company, and they have their dogs spayed or neutered. No dwelling may have more than 3 of the dogs, and they can't be within 50 feet of a public school, park, or
Pretty
church
much outlawed them.
when activities are being, aka their favorite thing to attack. So, I mean, that is a fantastic
Where's that?
ordinance.
South Carolina?
This is Mississippi, where geniuses live apparently, and this Sheriff Jerry Carver, seen here, he got fully behind it. So
He's seen one too many pitbull bites,
yeah, absolutely. By the way, I've seen the pit. Everyone send me the Tesla video. Thank you. I don't live under a rock, but I appreciate you sending it to me a week ago.
yeah, that Tesla just got destroyed by the pit bull. It was crazy.
Yeah. That story ran kind of long. You want me to do my next one or just keep moving?
Well, you played a 7-minute.
I did with my mom.
Hey, Dottie had a dish. I say ride, baby. Keep riding.
keep
you know.
going.
Riding.
All right, thanks
Friday.
for Andrew Parker for sending this one. Always keeps us up to date on great informational stories, and this one comes from his home country, the United Kingdom. Guys, it's not just here in America or New Zealand where people are extremely obese. Fun fact, the most obese place on Earth is a place called Nauru, with 61% of the adult population considered obese. Here's a list of the most obese places in the world, and you wouldn't believe it, but all of them are in Oceania, or the top 5, which is somewhere close
That's close. New
to
Zealand.
New Zealand. So
Makes
they're
sense.
basically, yeah, it makes sense, right? They left New Zealand to form their own fat colonies on other islands.
Didn't get very far.
Yeah.
Maybe the island just broke off because they're so fat.
Yeah. And they couldn't swim. They're so fat they couldn't get back to the mainland. Anyway, the UK also has an obesity problem. In fact, the UK is the most obese country in Europe, and their obesity rate is rising faster than here in the United States. So they're really putting those awful teeth to task over there. And
I put on 20 pounds and I was only there for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Lots
lot
of
of fish and chips, beer.
yeah, chips, potato,
Dark.
mash, right?
Dark room temperature beer, delicious, by the way.
Absolutely.
Boddington's.
yeah,
fried
yeah,
fish.
those things will pack it on. So they are, and here in the U.S., people over there in the U.K. like to make New Year's resolutions, just like they do here. And what's the most popular New Year's resolution, guys?
Lose weight, go to the gym. Go to the gym.
Yeah.
Stop trying to cheat with your neighbors.
I was gonna,
Nah, I mean that's a good one, Pat. But I think that
Yeah.
stop smoking and go to the gym.
I don't think
number one
Mr.
and number
Mabry ever even humored trying to stop that.
no. I think
Well,
there's a few more we don't know about with Mr. Mabry.
Why would I have learned guitar if I was ever going to stop that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, his New Year's
Also-
resolution is to learn new skills to continue cheating.
two. Wes, also, I'm a little
Trying to learn a couple more panty dropper tunes.
Magic.
Do you think that this Mayberry could have moved to Mississippi? Is that why the connection you were drawing there?
No, Mr. Mabry wouldn't own a gun. He wouldn't be man enough to attack a pit bull. He just likes to fuck other men's wives. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
He owns a loaded weapon, that's for sure.
Anyway, so even gyms over in the UK, have you guys ever been to a gym the first week of January? It's like just a bunch of fat fucks being guided around by a trainer, both knowing the relationship is going to end.
machine?
Yeah, they both know it's going to end in February. But it's a huge money making.
Okay, I'll try it.
I'm not even going to bother to remember your last name.
Are you sure that's the right fat percentage?
Like this?
Yes.
the best,
They're
isn't
doing the
it?
lat pull downs wrong. It's going better and back.
It's a little uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable for them. There's zero toughness.
standing lat pull
There's
down.
zero toughness.
Oh, we would. Oh,
Zero
if any of us rolled to a gym right now, we would squarely be in the.
Agreed,
first
Will, but we've been in and out of shape our whole lives.
That's
There's-
true. You could you would know that
There'd be
we'd
a
all
certain degree of
lifted weight
toughness.
before, right?
Yeah,
But certainly, yeah.
It's not supposed to feel like a massage.
It would be ugly if I was in there for the first time in a public gym.
Anyway, so the New Year's
next-
resolution.
was a sauna?
Yeah, the New Year's resolutions are big. I'll just walk in the water. I'll just do water walking.
Walking in the water, man.
Yeah, I'll walking on the treadmill is also just
Walking on the treadmill is the best. Walking on the treadmill.
Just walk outside.
Just walk outside.
like, I'm just gonna walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has a TV right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, New Year's resolutions, huge money, and gyms, know that. So they put up signs, advertising and marketing towards New Year's resolutions. Like one gym
Hey, is
did.
it cool if I eat while I walk?
But one gym got in trouble for the advertisement, and here it is to British people. It says, "Tired of being fat and ugly? Now just be ugly. Join us in 2023."
Damn.
So that
Some
really
tough
hit.
love.
That really hit UK, British people hard because, as we all know, UK are considered ugly. They're 98% of them are ugly, and 60,
As we all know.
as we all know, 68% of men and 60% of women are obese and overweight, and 98% are ugly in the UK.
Well, who's complaining about that, Wes? If you complain about that, then you people know that you think that you're ugly.
Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. And the owner
Fat
said
and
it was
ugly, Pat.
it was just a
No, you could be fat and pretty. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
No, but the complainers are fat and ugly.
right.
They're saying you can't do anything about.
They don't want
being
people to
ugly.
know that
British
they know
people,
that.
You can at least be skinny.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
You don't have
the
to give up completely. You can.
I'm just saying, if you're fat and ugly and not
It's
at least
also-
a little bit in denial that you're fat and ugly, like, I don't know, man. That's
Well, it's
a shitty
also a little-
existence to live.
It's the Brits, they're very cheeky, right? So what Wes is getting at is
Exactly.
it's a little cheeky self dig too, because it's like, "Hey, mate, we're all ugly at the end of the day. We could at least be fit, eh?
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
let's
Exactly.
have
Don't
a
have to
pint
throw it
after
all
the
down the
workout."
tubes.
Yeah.
Walk in the gym, you're like, I'm tired of being fat and ugly. I just want to be ugly. Huh?
That's right. Yeah.
Get out.
something
Put it
about
there,
it.
mate. Yeah.
There's something about his sense of humor that's making him so attractive.
Yeah.
But a lot of
so,
people didn't
yeah,
like it so much so
supposed to
that
be cheeky.
they vandalized the sign. and it got major complaints, so much so they're gonna have to take it down. And one of the complaints was accompanied by a message that you can see that says, "This is bad mental." Whatever that means is at the bottom of there on the at the
Okay, so
vandalism.
people were so offended by the ugly thing that they're like saying that this is what's causing mental. This is causing my mental health breakdown, which is causing me
No.
to spray paint this sign
No.
about how it's ugly. It's
I had
bad.
forgotten.
No, they were saying this is bad. Mental.
99% of people loved it, but because there's 8 people or so that complained about it, they're gonna have to take it down. And by the way, last thing I want to say is, if you're British and you're offended by any of this, and the stats don't lie, just do your ugly ass a favor, look it up. Here's the proof: the website Beautiful People. It's a dating site for only
Facts don't
beautiful
care about
people.
your feelings.
That's right. The world's most beautiful people can join, and fewer than 1 in 8 British men, 12%, and just 3 in 20 women, 15%, who have applied to beautifulpeople.com have been accepted, the lowest acceptance rate of any country in the world. So, I know.
Yeah, well, and I was seeing, if you look at maps, right, of Europe, there is not a single country, including Britain themselves, that rank British people as the hottest people in Europe. Almost like down to like everybody thinks
In
Italians
Europe,
are the
you know,
hottest.
there's some heavy hitters that. I mean, the UK is not great, but they're going up against some heavy hitters. Italian women.
Yeah, Italians, I think, sort of take the cake in Europe for the most part.
Get out of here.
Both
Czech,
sections.
Czech women, Croatian women.
Yeah,
Did we say
Croatia.
Miss Croatia,
Ooh.
Miss Slovakia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, it's tough. It's tough. We get it. But as Americans, we're also fat. And we get it, British people. So, we just hang in
America-
there.
Well, I mean, we are very
There's a
similar.
laugh at it,
Yeah. I think the cheeky ad is great. You should have a good, have a laugh, Mike.
Well,
Right? Is that how they say it?
Didn't they do one about the lawn? Like recently, they got in trouble because they're like,
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That was
It's the same
sexiness,
deal.
though.
That was about sex, though. British people are
But-
getting a little bit too like. Come on, just relax. Just have a laugh.
Yeah.
With your tea. Okay, Wes. Any more on?
No, that's it.
You
Sorry.
want to take up another 30
Brits.
minutes, Wes? Or
No, I could see Mark getting antsy down there. And that's why I kept going.
All right. Time to move on to the hole. As we said at the top, might call it the black hole today because
Space is the place. Hello.
that's right. Space is the place, Macho Man. And I
Here we
got to
go.
put the space helmet on today, fellas.
Oh no!
Oh no, you lost the microphone.
Oh, I lost the microphone.
No,
All right, guys. Well,
no.
good thing I still have the
We
real
can't hear you.
microphone.
Psh, we can't hear
Hold
you.
on. Can you hear me now?
Houston to
Yes.
Will. Okay.
Can you
we
hear
got
me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? I got it. Guys, I got it. I'm speaking to the mic again. Okay. And because we're in space, things get a little funny out here. No gravity. Things just sort of hopping around everywhere. So in this story, we take it to the internet first. First up, at Dr. Funky Spoon, his name is David Grinspoon. He tweets, "Holy wow!" Well, I'm gonna have to do the nerd accent now. Holy wow! This new infrared image of Jupiter's moon Io from the Juno spacecraft shows volcanoes, lava flows, and lava lakes glowing with heat radiation. And so there you see it, guys. And here's a closer view of that image of Io. And there's anywhere from 100 to hundreds of volcanoes and lava pools just sitting there on the surface of Io.
Spit out his retainer.
Yeah, he did right before he tweeted that. Oh my God. And he got it out there. You could see it. That image is from 50,000 miles away in space of Io. So that you could see, hundreds of volcanoes, lava pools on the surface from
That is pretty
50,000
cool.
miles away.
I dig it.
That photo, Mark, was taken on July 5th by the NASA Juno spacecraft. That's what this thing looks. This is what it looks like, guys. I'm showing you. It's like a little drone, like a satellite drone that they fly around Jupiter and its moons to take pictures. And now this week, the Juno is passing within 930 miles of the surface of Io, of that volcanic moon. So
how much does that thing cost? That one picture is better than anything the James Webb thing has ever done.
I know, and it's by the people that make the F-35, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, those
Lockheed
guys
Martin.
are good.
So Yeah, they do. Those products work. Yeah, so I can't wait until NASA scrubs the aliens out of those photos of the surface of Io that they're passing by right now, and then they can release them. Then we can see more of, closer up the volcanoes on the surface.
Giant aliens jerking off into the camera.
Well,
we gotta scrub that. That one's gonna freak everybody out. Whoa.
on the volcano moon. Yeah, I bet
he's got 13 dicks like Medusa's head. The snakes,
big lizard alien. Yeah, with huge dicks. Yeah, I could see it.
Can't let that one out in the public.
This thing Juno, it's been flying around Jupiter and its moon since 2016. And Jupiter, we've been learning is incredible. It's got like these glowing auroras. It's got like all these beautiful pictures of it. It's more blue than we thought before. But yeah, and so now we know that Io, the moon, is just a big giant volcano, basically. So yeah. I mean, we knew that, but we have cool pics now. We're gonna get cooler pics. So.
That's cool.
Avoid Io.
Yeah,
pretty nice. Yeah, you don't want to go.
The ship is heading to Io.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you must be mistaken.
Yeah,
it's got the place with all the volcanoes and the lizard alien dicks.
Yeah, looking around, everyone's still asleep in their pod. Did that announcement just say Io? Am I the only one that woke up from the pod?
Yeah, it's a bad sign if that's where your spaceship's headed.
Yeah.
All right,
I didn't like the pamphlet.
Yeah, you got the wrong space travel company. Cheap.
Not gonna lie, it kind of looked like hell on there. Volcano lakes. All right, speaking of aliens, fellas, at least 3 new alien minerals. That's right, minerals have been found on Earth from a meteorite that was discovered in Sudan, where the president pissed his pants.
Yeah.
And it was discovered in a town called El Ali a long time ago to start with. So this meteorite is
better
actually
news for Sudan.
Way better news. Well, Mark, it's actually horrible news for Sudan. We'll get to it. This thing is
led with this.
Sudan's taking a dirt nap on this show today.
Oh no.
Okay, so this thing is 33,400 pounds. Okay, and it's been used for as long as people can remember, locals in Sudan, as a knife sharpening stone by local farmers because it's a metallic, substance, and its surface is good for sharpening blades.
These morons didn't know what they had the whole time.
Well, it's just like a huge stone. It's metallic. It sits in the middle.
They
Like
didn't know they had an unused fucking element.
Correct, Mark. Correct.
I'll tell you what, this cannot be beat.
This is our knife sharpening rock.
Perfect. Like it.
What a bunch
Perfect
of
for
idiots.
sharpening blades. Yes.
What a bunch of morons.
How lucky are we?
Yeah. Just plopped right out of the sky.
Oh my god.
It appeared yesterday. Perfect blade sharpening stone.
Bring all of your knives.
Could you imagine it getting better than this right here?
Oh,
yeah. That's probably they said that a lot
out of decades ago.
So it was they loved the metallic surface, perfect for sharpening blades, and it was too big for any farmers to take home or anybody at the time when it landed, or if it was there. It was probably there before people ever started being around there, and then it was forgotten by everybody but the local camel herders, right? Until it was found again in 2019 by a Chinese mining company. Okay, and here's what it is. Acid washed off.
No, the Chinese did not claim this thing.
Once you claim it, it's yours. Yeah.
Here, see, we got you an electric knife sharpener. Isn't that great?
Yep.
We'll just take this one.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, you see, they cleaned it off and everything, Mark. It's theirs. It's the Chinese now. So the Chinese mining company found it in 2019. Now they want to sell it because they found all these like giant alien minerals in it. Sudan wants it back as a national treasure because they're like, holy shit, like the most important meteorite ever was found. It's Sudanese, but the Chinese shipped it out already.
They still don't get it. They're like, wait, how will we sharpen our knives? That's why they want it back.
Yeah,
they still don't get it.
They got a bunch of dull knives over there.
They don't.
Taking them hours to kill cattle.
You try to cut with this.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. It's pretty wild, man. Like, so think about this. This tiny sample has 3 new minerals, 3 new space ores that we didn't even know about on Earth yet. They haven't even dug into this whole 33,400 pound meteorite. Like, this thing is.
It's going to be worth billions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Billions.
Oh, yeah. It's insane. It's insane. So asteroid mining, space mining is the place if you actually find the right stones, because as we've covered recently on recent shows, 95% of all meteorites are just iron, nickel.
I mean, isn't that what Musk is after? Like that he's just not
End of the
telling
day,
people.
gotta
yeah,
be,
that's
right?
what he's after.
Was that
like
first picture you put
SpaceX
up?
is just a long play to get
Yes.
gold, basically.
To get off of
Shit like
Mars
this.
and in between Mars and have the technology to mine it. He just wants to mine
shit like this.
Yeah.
He's just
Like
playing a
these
resource
rocks.
game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
These
that
rocks
first
are very
picture you
valuable.
put up the inside of it?
These are the 3 different ores. I think that these are the new ones. Some gold looking thing,
awesome.
some
Now
silver,
that's
like
cool.
platinum
Look at
looking
that.
thing, titanium looking thing, some black metal looking thing. Like
Wow.
these are all new. These are alien metals that we don't have on Earth.
That's
all
silver thing is
within that.
cool.
All
One of
within
them's
there.
going to be able to like
That shit's
power
cool.
like a fucking neighborhood.
Look at that. The inside of that.
Something. Yeah, I mean it's
Do
all
not
cool.
want the Chinese to have that.
Well, they got it. It's all
No,
theirs.
we definitely
It is
don't.
all theirs. What's Dooley saying? Dooley says, I paid to God to help. I prayed to God to help me decide how to deal with my unhappy marriage. The next day, he sent me this great knife sharpening rock. It was a sign. I think you're right, Dooley.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's gonna kill his wife?
Yeah, and then that's also probably how all the local laws started of just beheadings and stuff. They're like, well,
Happy knife, happy wife.
they sent us.
When you lose a multi-billion-dollar space rock, you're going to be angry. There's going to be some repercussions going on in the society.
Well, hopefully
Short
Sudan
tempers.
can recover from
Yeah.
all that, because their president pissed his pants and they lost their sharpening stone all in 1 week.
I bet there's a bunch of dull knife pointing right now, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was your responsibility.
Is he
I mean,
pointing
I
at me?
you didn't know
The
that
knife
they
is
were
so
precious
bent
metals?
I can't tell.
Look at
This
you.
is
There's a
on all
picture
of
of you
us.
guiding him to the boat.
You're right about that, Pat. Their blades are so dull right now. It's so sad. All right. One final stop on Space Mountain today, and it's just to see you later. To somebody who's out in orbit after being fired by the WWE for posting racy pics on her fan time page. And her fan time page goes by the name of Mandy Sachs. And of course, I'm talking about WWE NXT star Mandy Rose. Real name Amanda Rose Sacamano. She was the NXT champ in wrestling for 400 days, 413 days.
Yeah, they also called her Mandy Drain the Sex.
Oh yeah, they do, Pat. 413 days champ before she stunningly lost her title this week, and it was all because she keeps posting explicit videos, to her fans' fan time page. Sorry, I can't say the word because it's an OnlyFans like competitor called Fan Time, and
It's the Truth
never
Social
heard
of
it
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Exactly,
So-
True Social of OnlyFans.
I saw
Yeah.
this story. It's pretty interesting to me.
It's
that
very interesting
that a company
actually.
whose CEO is now trying to come back and will Vince McMahon for he's accused of rape 1 and several sexual assaults, and
he's against sex work.
they
Yeah.
fired their number 1 female star in this one organization Next, which is like the minor leagues, that was champion for over a year because she shows her tits and butt a little
for
bit.
doing sex work on the side.
Interesting.
Softcore.
WWE. That's a bad look. It's a bad look for the WWE when Vince McMahon's running your organization.
I agree, Mark, and it's a great. The reason she did this is I'll explain why. So she like Mark's saying, she was a huge star.
Yeah.
She was the NXT champ, which is like the development league for 413 days. She started bodybuilding in 2013, got into wrestling in 2015, and now she's on Fan Time. But her Fan Time account makes a shitload of money. Okay, I have one of the leaked videos. I can't play it for you guys because it would get the stream taken down immediately for copyright
Can you
and
describe it?
and
slowly?
explicit
Is it
nudity
Is it the
purposes.
shower towel with her butt?
No, it's this one's in a hot tub. But I can
Go
give
on.
you guys, but I can't give you guys a still from it so you can see nothing's showing, none of the. But she does a full video like that, talking to her fans. It's stuff like this, okay? It's not like nothing I can tell has been like hardcore to this point. And so they kicked her out for this.
And she uses a different name, right? She uses not her stage
Mandy
name.
Sachs.
Yeah,
and,
she uses her
she-
like her.
So her real name is Amanda Rose Sacamano.
Right.
And here's another photo of her. It's just one I liked. That's her at the pool. Amanda Rose Sacamano. And then
You like
she
that one?
went.
Now that she doesn't have the belt, she should retake that picture. You know what I mean?
One I liked.
She really should, Mark. And now she went by Mandy Rose in NXT and WWE. Now she goes by Mandy Sachs. Mandy Sachs is the name of her fan time page. Well, this is her real name, Amanda Sacramano.
I know, but they fired her.
Yeah, and they sacked her too. Good point. Double entendre. Right. So anyways, Mandy Sachs has $12.7 thousand, $30 a month subscribers on her fan time page.
Need WWE.
That's $4.5 million a year already. And now, thanks to WWE, she has a $3.4 million follower Instagram following to market that fan time page to. So I think space is really going to be the place for Mandy Rose. Now Mandy Sachs, she's going to be just fine out there in fan time orbit.
Stupid of WWE to fire her and take the belt off her. This is stupid.
Blessing for her.
Yeah,
it really was. This is just more promotion. So many dudes like me Googled her today, and she got millions more followers.
So she doesn't have to travel 49 out of 50 weeks of the year and go to fucking venue after venue after venue and dress up in skimpy outfits and sign autographs for 6 hours a fucking night. Sure. Fuck the WWE for doing this.
And she was already posting semi-nude videos with her boyfriend anyway.
Way to screw over your fans who loved Mandy Rose, you dumb fucks.
That seems to be the sentiment from a lot of the fans and the wrestlers. It's so stupid. The wrestlers. Yeah.
It's such a stupid business move and just so petty from an organization that has their CEO raping chicks. So, it doesn't make any sense.
Good point, Mark. Great point. Excellent point. But it's great for Mandy Rose. She's rolling in dough, fellas. And with all that fan time cash she's got, I know what Mandy Sachs is going to do this holiday season. She's going to buy everybody on her list the best gift money can buy, a custom hand-painted portrait from paintyourlife.com. Paint Your Life will create a portrait with anyone you want together. Want a painting of your children with the grandparents they never met, or have a lost loved one added to an event so it feels as though they were there? With Paint Your Life, anything is possible, even meaningful designs and quotes. You imagine it, the artist will create it. Maybe Mandy Sachs wants to bring Vince back into a painting of her getting fired from WWE, but also still enjoying it, and then send it to Vince. Maybe she wants to do that. I don't know. That'd be a good use of all that money she's got now. When I heard about paintyourlife.com, I thought it must be expensive. Not so. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price, or combine photos of people or places you love into one painting. It's fast. You can receive your portrait in as little as 2 weeks. Make sure you order your holiday gifts right away so you don't have to worry about shipping delays. Do it now. Holidays are here. I can tell you from my own experience, all the hosts' experience, all the listeners who have tried Paint Your Life experience, the custom portraits are going to work. If the goal is to get laid, you'll get laid. If the goal is to impress somebody, you're going to impress somebody. If the goal is to just deliver the most heartfelt gift you've ever delivered, just because you're the nicest person in the world and you just want to make them feel happy, you'll accomplish that goal too. Right, guys.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Paintings. And accomplished a lot of things.
You said it, buddy.
Thank you.
You said it, my guy.
Thank you, my guys. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. Huge on a painting. This is a special. To get the special offer, text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, text FACTOR to 87204. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most.
Just that easy. Boom. It truly is just that easy. This is
a good point.
It's time for the high five.
Oh yeah.
It really sets the proper tone.
It does.
For what's coming at you.
Yeah, hot. It's all human based. Lombard Trucking made a great point. It was painted by humans. Paint Your Life.
This high five is also all human based.
About humans, done by humans.
For now. And we don't know how long human painters will even exist. So get it on your human painting now.
Yeah.
Do it.
In a couple years, you might just not have that option.
What are all the human voicemails and comments and stuff this week?
They're coming right at you, Mark. Let's get into voicemails first. If you want to leave a voicemail for our show, number's 512-270-1480. 1 minute in length.
You've been practicing.
Yeah, 1 minute in length. preferred, okay, and really prefer a question that starts a conversation. Let's get right into it. I made a new logo. I'm pretty proud of it. If you want to check it out, go to youtube.com/hardfactornews.
See it down below.
What's going on, boys? It's your eyes and ears over the road, Lombard Trucking. Colin, want to leave a voicemail this week because we were a little light on voicemails last Friday, and I'm curious if you guys think that maybe less people call in when Pat has the high five. Well, to all the listeners out there, give him a call. I know he's openly been critical of the length of voicemails or however you record them and stuff like that, but I can assure you, Pat loves all of us in the Hive. So, Pat, I just wanted to say that I'm calling in because I do love you. Love all you boys. You've been riding with me all year. It's kept me going, kept me pushing forward. And just a quick message before I let you go. It's that time of the year. Be respectful to all the trucks out there over the road. They're the real Santa Clauses delivering all your presents all across America. So with that, happy holiday season to you all, and Merry Christmas.
Okay, Dad. Let's break down what you asked there and what the only answer really means.
Did Lombard just call himself Santa Claus?
Yeah.
He said,
well, I mean,
there's
truckers.
a bunch of them.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, truckers, like,
wrong.
they do
No, he's
deserve
not.
your respect. You know,
Absolutely.
thanks.
a lot of those guys have taken a ton
Oh,
of meth.
wait, that's the second
A lot
part
of
of
those
the call.
guys have taken a ton of meth today, and you just got to give them a break, okay? They
Will-
are going to be strung out. You
Will-
need to chill.
Will-
Do not.
Why don't you
What?
care about your coworker first, okay, before you
I'm
start
just
caring about
saying,
workers in some other
respect
industry?
Truckers.
Respect
Pat-
respect your
you-
Pat. I'm just saying, hey, do you guys think that everyone fucking hates Pat? I don't. Is what I heard.
Oh,
that what he said?
about
I don't
that
think
part?
that's what he
No,
said.
I don't.
I think he
That's
said
what I
you're
heard.
critical.
I just
of the
want you to know that
voicemail.
I don't.
He's saying
So
no.
he's not all bad.
He phrased it in a way that he knew would get under your skin. I think what he's getting at is that because the time limit, people are scared.
You're the
they're not
biggest
gonna meet the
stickler
time
about
limit.
voicemails.
Hey, do you think people don't text Pat back because they don't really like him,
Yeah,
or maybe,
I mean,
or
he
do you
was-
think that it's what
was
Pat
effect-
thinks and they just forgot?
it was effective wording from Lombard if he wanted it to haunt
He lawyered
you,
it.
like
he
it
lawyered
is.
it up where he has an out because he said it's because.
And then he was like,
it's your fault.
and
He-
don't
it's
forget
your
about
fault,
my
Pat.
industry.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Don't forget about what I
Pat's
do.
not that bad a guy, and I am Santa Claus.
Take it from a truck driver. By the
Kind
way,
of the most important people out there this holiday season.
Yeah.
Me and
the
my
truck
guys.
drivers.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Truck driver.
Yeah,
American
buy the
movie.
next one you see a beer.
Yeah, truck driver.
I love Lombard Trucking, but Lombard Trucking, do not forget that you one time came to me and said, "Hey man, I know you don't really share this, but where exactly did your glasses? Where'd you get them from?" And I was like, "Are you gonna bite them?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's cool. You can bite them." And then he bit him, and now he rocks my glasses, which is fine. But I gave you that.
At least
You also
he said he
can't
was
find
going
a
to.
replacement pair,
Hey,
right?
he said he
Isn't
loves
that-
you.
Yeah.
We know what he said. Okay, moving on.
Hey guys, it's Dan from Chicago, the non-law enforcement Dan from Chicago. To the law enforcement Dan from Chicago, Dan, thanks for your service. Anyways, I was calling in to say I really enjoyed your discussion this past week about the exchange of the Merchant of Death with the Dyke of Dunks. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Dyke of
Hey,
Dunks.
boys.
Little joke. Dan worked in there. Some are gonna like it, some are not. I let it play.
She did just in her first practice back, she dunked it. She can still.
He didn't say
dunk it.
dumps, by the way. He said
He said dunks.
Dunks.
Slam
Oh,
dunks.
I thought he said dumps.
No.
Yeah.
Slam
That would be
dunks.
mean.
Because she,
Dunks.
was just she was in the news because she just slammed
Like a
it.
dunks.
She can
Like
she,
a dunks.
Like
she
a
can
dumps.
dunk a basketball. She's 7 feet
That
tall.
Dyke sure dumps a lot.
All right, okay.
All right.
What do you guys think of the new logo I made?
I love it. It's
I
great.
love the
It's
logo.
awesome. I don't know how Lombard feels about it, but it looks great.
I think you should rotate the word on there for each voicemail, and like last one should have been like quote unquote like a dunks. You know, Dan,
That's a great idea. It took a lot of render time. I mean, I knew I like one of the faster computers, but I don't know if I could run. I mean, Lombard's computer could probably render all that.
Yolanda's piling on.
If you wanted to do that.
Yolanda. So
You
I
feel bad.
for Pat.
Yolanda says, "I feel bad for Pat." Sometimes is that what you said?
Yeah,
He means well?
He means well.
I love your old school name, Yolanda.
I think Dyke of Dunks could catch on.
No, I'm moving on.
How's it going? Just calling in. Got two quick things. One, I think that quote-unquote 12-year-old football star should be remade into the next Benchwarmers movie. You know, maybe throw Kevin Hart in there. That'd be pretty good. second thing, I think pronunciation can be splitting hairs sometimes, tomato, tomato. So I want to go between each of you individually. What are those colorful wax writing utensils? I think I've heard one person go one way, one another. So
he's talking
let's hear
about
it.
crayons or crowns. I get it.
Well, okay.
I
You would
get
just jump in there before we kicked it up to the floor.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, you were the one that was going to say it the weirdest too, and now.
Well, no, because Will said it. Will said it weird, and I was like, thank God Will says it weird too, because Will says it more like crowns too.
What you do?
Yeah.
Crayons?
You say crayon?
No, last
like
episode
crown?
you said crowns.
Crayon.
Crayon.
Oh, you liar.
Here's a good way to think about it. It's like rayon or radon, right? It's
just so much easier
a
to say
bicarbonate.
crowns. Who cares?
Crowns? Is that what you say?
Crayon.
Yeah, like a king's hat. Crown.
Crown.
Pass me the red crown.
What do you call a crown then?
Crown. There's never a situation where I'm like, they're gonna be confused. They're like, should I hand him the actual crown, like he's a king, or the utensil that
Mark's 5. He's drawing crowns with crowns. Yeah. Look at my crown I drew with my crown.
Yeah, that would be a scenario where that would be awkward. Wes.
Does anyone have the yellow?
One scenario. That day in preschool was so weird.
It was weird.
Well, it's crowns, man.
So your brain just was like, well, there's no fucking use for this word. I'm just not gonna ever.
It's just
say
so
it.
annoying to say crayons.
Like there's a lot of battles that people fight as parents, and
It's
sometimes
crowns, bro.
you look at the battle of correcting the way your kid says crayon. You say,
who gives a fuck? Is
Pass me the brown crown. I want to draw this donkey.
What?
He's making fun of another word you say funny.
Donkey?
Yeah, donkey. Remember that?
What's wrong with donkey?
You know what? Mark wants his glass of milk too.
Yeah.
We all say little things. Mark has
What's
like
wrong with
I don't know if
donkey?
it's a Philadelphia influence or what
Yeah.
it is, but
It's not like I say washing machine. It's a crown.
the wooder down there in the
wooder,
water.
That's how my mom says it. Washing.
Yeah, washing. That's a little bit more annoying.
Yeah,
because that's not even.
That's Pennsylvania shit.
Yeah.
All of it is.
Yeah. Exactly. Pennsylvania, me.
What are you doing down there by the wooder? Love you too, Lombard. I was just teasing. Shout out truckers, guys.
Hell yeah! Shout out truckers.
Shout out truckers. All right, next one.
Buy him a hooker.
Boys,
Crown 'em.
calling from California. So speaking up, last week, no one really got a chance to speak because, no one really got a chance to speak. Something happened.
Why,
I don't know
Colin?
what happened. But I found my 5K I'm running. I'm running the Bakersfield Fog Run in January, and I'm going to do it drunk. I'm running this thing drunk.
Okay.
Whenever I run this fog run, it's a 5K, I'm going to run it drunk, and show to everyone that no matter what, if you're out of shape and you're fat, you can still do it. I'm like that fucking asshole Thor. I challenge Thor to a 5K right now. I guarantee I'll finish quicker than him. Later. Bye.
We're talking about a 5K, not sex, Colin.
Put my card on Thor.
Keep making me laugh.
You're still
Yeah,
I
we
won't
can just
be able
listen to
to see
Asa.
you guys live next week because I will be on the MSC Seascape out of Miami, all around the Caribbean. So just wanted to say I can't wait to come back and then binge watch you guys all week. All right?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Dude,
Ace's got such a cool job.
have fun, man. Yeah, have fun, DJ Asa. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really figure it. So Asa usually DJs. Asa's a member of the Heart of Hive who DJs on cruise ships, man.
Yes, and they go on like multiple week things, like because he's a part of the crew, really. Like he's there, like people get on and off the boat, but he's just DJing for like almost like a month at a time, and he's going to all these cool places and he's sending us pictures and videos from the boat. It's awesome.
Do you think? I asked a famous friend one time. What at a certain point where it got annoying that every girl you run into is like essentially is like I want to fuck you, which happens if whenever you're around someone who's got stature, ladies want to bang them. I said, do you ever just dig in? You know what I mean? Just really dive in. What's that like? And he goes, I don't, because it's too much headache. Right. And I was like, I didn't think about that. Right. Like, if you're famous, you have a reputation to protect. Ace is in that same situation every weekend, but the second part doesn't matter. You know what I mean? No one's gonna get mad if Ace is running through it. And being a cruise ship DJ is essentially like being a famous guy in a college town.
Cruise ship is a very fun job in that regard. Yeah,
you can. Well, I don't think you're allowed to like fuck the guests.
You're not supposed
but you
to,
can fuck the crew all day.
Yeah, the crew
you can fuck.
I was talking about the guests.
You can fuck whoever you want.
I think it's frowned upon.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the DJ is in an area where it's not
a little gray area.
It's a gray area, right? It's not like they're not wearing the same uniforms. Probably he can wear whatever he wants. I think it's like a looser affiliation with the company.
Yeah.
Like the DJ's like not bussing tables if there's a big run on.
He's not wearing like a Royal Caribbean restaurant. He's not wearing the logo of the fucking ship ever. He's just out there DJing.
Could be right.
Yeah.
As long as he makes it to his midnight set, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
So Colin says we're skipping something.
Pat clearly is not letting us talk about his voicemails, which was his whole beef with the voicemail, and then he didn't pause in between.
Hold on. Are we serious? Look. Yes, Colin. Every week we play your voicemail. Now you're getting in the comments, and my co-hosts are stopping the show to hear your comment on your own voicemail on our show. I don't get it, guys. He's running a 5K. I'm really concerned. It's a fog 5K, which means it's in the fog, and there's probably bodies of water there.
Lombard,
it's early morning.
Lombard, do you hear this? You don't need to be concerned if people are going to call in when Pat's on voicemails. He treats them like dirt, and they stick to him like mud. Colin called in again this week, and
he can't quit me.
He can't quit. He's
going to call in and apologize next week.
He's going to call him 3 times this week.
You didn't even know you were into BDSM until you called our voicemail line. Now you're a sub.
Nice.
Says Daddy. Anyway, cruise ship DJs. Guys, let's get into
those are both good. Drunk 5Ks and cruise ship DJing. That's great. That's great vibes.
Colin,
that's
send some videos. Send in your time. Send in some videos, and then we can officially challenge Thor with your.
Also, Thor, right? You're gonna have to go straight at him. You're gonna have to let him know.
You're also, if you could get one of those Fitbits and share your location so we can keep track of where you are and what your heart rate is.
We will not share it with the police. We promise.
But we will share it with the paramedics, is what I'm saying.
If we can find the body.
Only if they promise not to share it with the police.
He's going off course. Oh, there's a water hazard there. He's in the fog.
Says he's at the bottom of this cliff.
Who's making the call?
Stopped here.
That's just what he claims. How do we know?
You got to ask, was it the heart attack
or he's dead there?
He threw it over the cliff or he fell
Was it the ground?
Guys, we got to the bottom of the cliff and Colin's not here.
Be careful, Colin. But Godspeed. Really. Guys, comments were really fantastic this week. There weren't a lot of nasty ones, to be honest with you. It is really fun. Big shout out to our social media team looking through the at least meta comments, Instagram and Facebook, because if you go on the back end, they're combined. And you can look and it's like every hour on the hour, there's like 5 or 10 new comments on all these videos that we've been posting for the last number of years from all different perspectives.
Katie's got your back.
Don't quit me, Katie. Don't quit me. Katie Oliver says, I can't quit Pat either, and I don't want to. And that's okay with me. That's okay. Pull up. All right. Let's get into a fantastic comment. Did you guys see this comment on the story that I think Mark did the main story about it, but it was this the 12-year-old football player?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which comment? You have to read. I can't read it.
I can't see it.
Which people say
the text
12 years old, but there's just no way, right? And so everybody's wondering, what's this dude's real age?
This is the MVP of the U12 National Football League games conference tournament in Orlando, and he has a full mustache and maybe a henna or a full arm tattoo.
I mean, Danny Almonte, right, was 12, and he was smaller than this
That's
guy.
where they're making the bench warmers jokes. A lot of the comments were like, in bench warmers, this like 40-year-old like Spanish guy's like, he bribes the umpire. He's like, I am 12, and he wrote it in crown, and he paid him $10. He hit 17 home runs.
I think that was Benchwarmers too. Deep cut. Roger G. Grande says, he comments, I'm 38. I need him to buy me a beer. You got lots of encouraging response from that.
Good joke,
16 laughing emojis and thumbs
He's
up.
like, because I'm on house arrest, I can't
Right. Sean Deanner jumps in and says, "Hey, at Roger Giagrande, right? I'm 34 and I still get carded a lot for smokes. Never mind LQ," which he's talking about liquor, but it's a quicker way to write it.
LQ, my guy.
LQ.
That's what we're gonna
Lick.
get hammered on tonight, my guy.
Lick, my guy, Baboni. And Joe Sergio comes through.
Nice, Joe Sergio. What's
with
up?
the cherry on top. Joe Sergio III says, "I used to smoke cigarettes with him in the parking lot before 8th grade in 1998.
Got him.
That puts him way older than 12.
That would put him at 37 years old.
Yeah.
Exactly how old we are, roughly. Anyway,
Joe
guys.
Sergio gets it. Yeah.
Joe Sergio gets it. That took me back. And then Joe Hidman came with, this was from 13-14 baseball. Lol, I was the only kid with a goatee in 8th grade, which is classic. Joe Hidman definitely could be buying you beer.
Wait, that was 8th grade?
How do you shape your bad teenage mustache into a handlebar mustache in the 8th grade without a razor?
That's pretty good.
That's one of the greatest
Joe
photos of all time.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
We had there's a listener that can do that with his body in the 8th grade.
13 and a half.
Holy shit.
That guy fingered.
Oh,
no
you
doubt
think?
about
Yeah.
that.
Oh man, he probably took every
fingered
girl's
the
virginity
teacher.
at school.
Yeah, 9 to 5.
Everybody's putting the Kenny Powers up there. Yeah, he looks like Kenny Powers at 12.
You know, he got to live, both Joe Sergio, by the way, youtube.com/hardfactornews, leave that up, Eric. Both Joe Sergio and the 12-year-old football player are living an existence that few get to live. It's a very select few. It's 1-2 tops per school that leap through puberty significantly early. And I mean, I can't even imagine what that would be like. I've never experienced it, but to be like, for that short window of time, the king, right? There's no one in your age group that can best you physically.
The
Imagine
strongest
that.
kid in school. Yeah.
Imagine that. I mean, like only top Olympic athletes or NFL, NBA players ever experience that when they become adults. That's like it's like 0.0000%.
Joe Sergio was the
and
king.
this is one kid of school gets to experience that same feeling for about 6 months.
Joe Sergio.
Do you think Joe Sergio slapped a few doubles?
Oh yeah. Well, this was Asher in our
Asher
town.
Demi.
Yeah.
This was Asher Demi.
I was thinking exactly that. Well, I was thinking of Asher Demi and his mustache.
This was
and
that
his
he was
minor
the
league
man,
baseball career.
Yeah, he was the man child in our town, and he went on to minor league baseball. And funny enough, child Brandon Geyer went on to play actual major league baseball.
Yep. So did Daniel Schlereth. We had three pro ball players in our little league, and the biggest one.
The one that actually
petered
looked
out
like a
in the
child
double
when
A's.
he was a child was the one that went the farthest. He played in the World Series.
Yeah, I think Danny Schlereth had a better career. Maybe it's debatable.
He hit a home run in the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty big for him. He also holds the record for being the most hit by a pitch. They called him El Piñata. Brandon Geyer, friend of the program. I don't know. We went to high school with him. Anyway,
I run him
guys.
back, bro.
He was
glad he fixed those
Will's running back.
butterfingers. Well, that's why he played pro baseball.
Also less head injuries. And yeah, as I said, the comments were pretty fantastic this week. It's really highlighting Little League baseball, and that's the show, guys. It's the end of the week. We really appreciate you being here. If you haven't, checked out our show on Patreon. This Florida Man Friday, we are talking about some absolutely insane stuff, and you can get Florida Man Friday every week for joining the Patreon with just a $5 pledge. Or you can pop the clutch, come in for 10, and get access to the Hive Hour, which is every Wednesday. Or you can send in the car, get total full access, join us for trivia, which, by the way, we're doing on the 30th of December for send in the car members only. That's just $20 a month. I think you can do it for the boys.
So just to give you a little flavor of what's going on Florida Man Friday this week, there's dudes literally lighting cop cars on fire. Literally.
Yeah. It's a good one.
There's also a sports journalist who took his dong out at a restaurant.
Oh, you got to see the dong.
Played it like an air guitar.
Air
guitar.
And no one reported it was a sports journalist except for us here at Hard Factor. So if you want to find out who that is.
Yet?
No.
No. If you need the real details of all these Florida Man stories, you got to go get it. Subscribe.
Patreon or Spotify, too. You can get it on Spotify.
Do it on Spotify, too.
You can subscribe on Spotify. You can subscribe on YouTube. Yeah.
So let's get the wheel up and figure out who's doing the high five for next week.
I see someone muted me. Is that because of the music?
Well, I just tried to turn the volume down, and then it just went to off. So maybe, let me,
Pat muted you?
Somebody muted me.
Here,
there we go.
Yeah.
It looks like it's on now.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
Is this Mr. Mabry? Will's on high five.
I'll be high five next.
Listeners love it when it gets loud like that.
Is that a Mabry special?
What the fuck?
I don't know what it is. I didn't change it.
Wait, what? Who put that up? That's generic.
All right, let me spin it again.
Dude.
What is this?
Why don't you come over and move my furniture?
I wanted to add a sound effect where it sounds like we're in Smokey and the Bandit picture for 6 seconds.
What is it called? Wait, hang on. I didn't change it. So all right,
I want it to sound like Boss Hogs on our tail.
Customize. Oh, it's
Are we going to get the pick in or not?
It's called Whiskey Bar.
Yeah, no kidding. It's called Whiskey Bar.
There you go.
Woo! We barely got that wheel spin in before the heat got here.
It's good.
Before the law got us. We got one more spin in before the law gets here.
After I'm done with my beer. Anyway, guys.
High stakes spins tonight, boys.
Here it comes. Good thing this thing's got a Hemi in it.
What's that? Snake clitoris?
Watch me make this turn up here. I know a shortcut. That's going to do it for Hard Factor. You get out there. You have a great fucking weekend, y'all.